Good morning. Oh, the witching hour. When I do some of my best work, most of which does not entail me sitting out here freezing my fucking nuts off. I don't own the music. It's Van Halen, Ben Hagar. For unlawful carnal knowledge. Run around. I got the lesson planner, god damn it. Oh man, it's hot enough. That's right, but you make it harder. Sorry. Yeah, what are we talking about here? Memory hole. Oh, you know me and the old references, right? Run, run, run around. Ah. Because I'm all about, the changes. I'll have another witch doctor spelling course here in the not too distant future. I've been working on some other shit. If you've sent me an email that I've probably been looking forward to receiving, I haven't checked them. I've been, I got, it takes effort just to do this stupid little shit right here that's pretty much nothing, right? To most people, this is like just sit down and punch a couple of the buttons and here we go. And anyway, I'm trying to improve upon it and I'm not having much luck, but you should know that I don't give up. Libraries of old. Yeah, they burn those motherfuckers. They take all the books and hide them in the Vatican. Moonstone made a point that I was just like, hail to the, yeah, that's the seat of Satan. It's the seat of evil on the goddamn planet, is that shithole. And, yeah. All the Christians did, by the way, is just took the lie of the Jew and, improved upon it. And then they made some kind of deal. Because Vatican is its own country, has its own bank. This is not on the lesson plan, by the way. And so, they got to be the religious, priest class. And the Jew got to own the money system. Because, they go together, right? Yeah. The chosen people. They weren't chosen. They're the ones that chose the rat bastard. Anyway, back to the libraries. Versus the newspeak. Whatever, clothes. I got this so I can watch the gremlins eat my goddamn bandwidth, and I have to dance around to try and make it work before it starts disconnecting me. Yeah, libraries. I'm all the time referencing the old shit, right? I have an old dictionary that will learn the meanings of another word or two that are, relevant in the current quagmire we find ourselves embroiled in. Yay! But I sent you that, and I'm not like blowing my horn or whatever, because as I said, I'm not here I don't give a fuck about impressing anybody. You know why I'm here. But that's even more reason as to why I, drift off out into the goddamn, I stay out in the outlying areas, I go out of my way to not get picked up on the machine's radar, right? For how many years? Because it's not like they are not, aware of who the fuck I am. There's a number, anyway, because they track certain folks, right? That's right. But You can punch that name into, you know, they have their little whatever tracking your lineage kind of shit. You can punch that in there and see what the coat of arms it'll pull up. It'll be some generic shit, right? That references old library. As I said, it's older than I am, that piece of paper. And, which, it also, you know, you got that factor, which that's the powers that shouldn't be. They're gonna keep track of that, which, you know, I told you about Uncle Dead and one that's goddamn near vegetable right now. And I'm just gonna stop. But, you know, so that could go a little ways towards explaining some of my, you know, possible interactions with the monarch slaves, right? You put that, you got that, and then when I do hit the radar with a big ping because of the IQ scores, then fuck. ASVAB scores are just another damn it. So you know, you see more of where I'm coming from is all I'm getting at. We're just establishing a little more of a history, of a, you know, a reason, a method to my madness and a reason for it. Yeah. She says, you know, she's unimpressed. Everyone, well, unimpressed with my heraldry. Everyone has it. And then, which she, of all people, you know, as intelligent as I am, knows goddamn well that's not the case. Because, I mean, come on, all the ever. You know, I hate to come across as, again, some pompous ass, but hey, I'm a pompous ass. And so I'm sure that all the peasants, they had that shit. They drew that shit up and had that on their fucking shields when they went off to fight. Right? I mean, come on. Not knocking anybody's place. Because, as I've also said, that working man is who's going to be in my lifeboat. Not the frou-frou motherfucker that don't know his asshole from his elbow. But yeah, if you want, you know, you can trace, like I said, back to Scotland. Now, that's where we come from. There's all this shit that involves the king and because the land. You know, they come over here to Virginia. There's all you can just trace that name and learn all you want to or not. You know, it's up to you. Since you're writing our story, brother, anyway, might add to your story, I don't know. Yes, sir. Virginia, because there was I don't remember the title, it wasn't like governor or some shit, but, you know, there was some, you'll find out if you're interested. And not like, you know, Scotland's right there, and you got your, I mean, there's just how close to your mystery school kind of shit do you have to get, right? Everything starts to even make more sense, doesn't it? I'm here for the fight, motherfuckers. Fractal universe in big letters. Yeah. In the context of the fractal universe, you know, I've heard how many times about the blood of the earth, the blood of the earth, the blood of the earth, and they're talking about, oh, that's the blood. You know, we're just raping the planet, we're raping the earth, we're sucking the blood out of it. Well, I'll challenge you to go in there and, you know, get a sharp knife if you have one, get a dull one if you're a fucking moron, and jab that motherfucker in your hand and tell me how much oil runs out of it. What percentage of the human body is oil? What percentage of your blood is oil? For fucking Christ's sake. It seems like a no-brainer to me, but hey, what do I know? I'm just some, you know, crazy motherfucker that's recluse out here, killing myself to try and impart some knowledge to some people who some want to listen and some not so much. I mean, it seems, you know, if I had a dollar for every time I'd heard that blood of the earth bullshit, I'd be a millionaire, and I'd have how many hungry and homeless people off of the streets and going to bed with their bellies full, right? People go on about in that context where we're talking about the blood of the earth and oil, and you know I'm a recovering oil patch prostitute, and people, you know, scientists carry on about these frack quakes. They're scientists, and so by God, they know. We know of one scientist in particular who is just a fucking pathological liar. A serial rapist, a fucking pathological liar, and a chicken shit smuck, just a all in all dirtbag. Who's making a baby. So that means, you know what that means? Romper room in the back cave. Because it ain't you she's doing, you fucking jackass. They don't get it, Madison Man. Stupid motherfuckers don't get it. Some of us know. And as Memo would say, you don't tell everything, you know. Because fuck those goddamn idiots. I'd say we should exterminate them, but I get kind of hostile sometimes. You know, maybe I deserve to be censored now and then, right? Anyway, fracking. If you look back, because I did a whole lot, and you know me, and I ask questions. I have every fucking thing I got a question, because I mean shit. Especially when I'm out there working, handling this shit. You know, I was on, a dude on a job that I was working on. Location, I'd work in, you know, how many hours? Too goddamn many. I come home, change my smell, sleep a little, you know, and go back and hit it again. And whatever, after I'd been there 30-something hours, I come home for, you know, 20-something. And in that time, some jackass had, because when they call it flow back, right? They blow that water in the ground at high pressure, you know, thousands of pounds, right? I mean, it's hydraulic fracturing. And then, you know, it comes back, right? So that's flow back. And they're catching that shit, and I'm hauling it off. Well, some dude, and I mean, I've been on locations where they have a 500 barrel. Look up what a barrel is. How many gallons is that? So you got an idea. I ain't here to fucking do the math for you. A 500 barrel flow tank. So it's plumbed in the back. It's got pipe coming off the wellhead that's rated at however many, you know, 1,000 fucking pounds. It's got pipe coming off the wellhead, plumbed into the back of this tank. Comes up in the top where it's got all these screens and filters and shit to catch bullshit that's coming out of there, and then it goes down in that tank. I've been on locations where that fucking tank was breathing like an accordion, and I'd go, and in less than, you know, 2 hours I'd be back, and that motherfucker it'd be moved because of all the pressure. I've been on job sites where the flow hand would come and meet me, and he would say, you know, we need a load hauled. It's making so much an hour, and so you be here. If you get here early, you stop out there, because it's the wellhead's rated at so many thousand pounds, and that thing is running like 150 pounds over what is rated, you know. And he says, so you come here, get your shit, and get out of here. And so you knowing me, I'm asking all kinds of questions as to what the fuck is going on with this whole process, because I want to know what I'm being exposed to, what I'm walking into. You know, I'm just that weird kid. I need to know this kind of shit. And so I'm going to say I'm no scientist, but by God, I've forgotten more about that shit than most of the scientists who claim all this, knowledge. They may have some knowledge, but they're idiots. Book knowledge, what does that get you? That gets you shoveling around the goddamn tractor that you could just easily move. Here's another trick, man. I don't know what kind of bucket you had in front of it, but if you weren't a fucking moron, you could have moved that thing with the goddamn bucket. See what I'm talking about? But you're an idiot and you already had that off, and so I help you with what you got, right? You're a fucking idiot. Please God, there's enough pollution in the gene pool, right? I need no more of that shit. Anyway, but when they were the fracking, this is not a new thing. It goes way back. They're dropping TNT down the fucking hole. They drill a hole and drop TNT down in there and blow shit up. And so they want to talk about frack quakes. Well, god damn it. This may be high pressure and whatever, but it's a more controlled process than, like the fuse and run, huh? Where are all these quakes then? These quakes got, I ain't saying they don't have nothing that there's no relation, because part of me thinks that they may be doing it with, they may be punching holes on purpose, trying to let pressure off of certain faults, That's just, as I try to see all sides of the thing. But based on my awareness of what the fuck is going on, and the fractal universe being oil is the doo-doo, oil is the black goo, man. Based on how much of the planet is water, how much of the human is water, how much of your blood is water, you get it, you feel me, motherfucker? They're poisoning mom. Injecting that shit right in the fucking bloodstream. There's ways of letting pressure off of fault lines they could do without poisoning mom. My thing is, that's the fucking motivation behind it. All this other hoop-la-de-da is a goddamn distraction from the fact that they're poisoning mom. But what do I know? Anyway. And that just pisses me off, if you hadn't noticed. That's one thing that I can get really fucking fired up about. Is poisoning the planet, for God's sake. Excuse me. Oh, hell. What else is on here? Not much, really. I'm gonna get back to the Batcave, right? I got work to do. It's hard life. Literally. Rode hard and put up wet. I will say that no women were injured in the magical experiment that resulted in the windows at the head of the bed being boarded over. Hit it like you live. Yep, and it's every time, little wing, you know me, you can't use me up. Tear me limb from limb and scatter me to the four winds. Let me fall as dust and blanket all the dear ones. Let them know that they're not alone, they're not isolated. That there are as many of them, let them know that they, as I said, let me be the adhesive that unites them so they can feel each other and know they're not alone. So they can feel the big group hug they're all wrapped in and know they're loved and they're forgiven for anything and whatever, that they're loved unconditionally. I know that I love you, and I am still. It's 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 an honor to fight alongside some of you crazy fuckers. There's some that are embarrassment, and it kind of hurts, you know. I can admit when I'm wrong, but it hurts when it's people that you had respect for. When they cut your legs out from under you, it seems like you hit the ground even harder. Yeah. Back to the bad cave, same bad time.